Alright, welcome back to Scott Traders Hub. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. I don't know if it is a good morning where you are. Please, if you can, you can go ahead and, of course, tell us where you're streaming from so that we can get to know better and probably what time it is on your side. Otherwise, if you're in Uganda or if you're sharing the same what is it called, time what, I don't know, I'm not sure, I don't remember. Yeah, if you're having the same time like us here in Uganda, yeah, I believe it is a good morning to you guys. Alright, so this is Scott Traders Hub. Welcome. If you have never subscribed, go ahead and subscribe if it is your first time to come around. I decided that I will not be start on. We are 10 minutes late, so let's get into the prayer and we start today's session. Our Father, we thank you for this morning. Thank you that we are back here. It's a new week, third week of March. We know that you have been with us ever since we started this month. You've been with us and you've given us good signals. Thank you, and we know that even today is another day that you are going to give unto us. We are ready to receive. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for the better signals, good signals, perfect entries, and perfect exits. Thank you for the strategies that are unveiled to us that we use day in, day out. Thank you. In Jesus' name we prayed. Amen. Yeah, so right about now, let's head over to Crush 500 as usual. Crush 500. Alright. So, did we make money on last week? Actually, I think the whole of last week we didn't make that money on this asset at all. Let's check. According to daily, this is today, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So we made money on Wednesday. I think. Let's go to H1. Yeah, we made money on Wednesday. Yeah, right there. But I don't think I even shared it. Those were sell limits that we activated. I will go taken out right there. So that's the only money we made. This was a loss here. Yeah, it took me out when I had entered sales here, so I had to wait for it when it gets back there, and I had my sell limits waiting. I was supposed to sell it all the way to this level right here, but I missed that. So let's now look at today. So we've not made any entries on this asset for the past about 4 or 5 days. So let's delete that. Let's first start from weekly. We are looking for sales. Daily is a bit crazy. Yeah, daily, if we are using price action, you know that was a confirmation that price failed to come a bit lower to give us a new lower low. So what did we see? Later we saw the change of character right about there. In fact, we could use actually this. So on giving us the change of character, it went all over there, back inside that pennant. According to weekly, it's a pennant. So came down below, came down, tested that. Excuse me. Tested the fair value gap right about here. Right about there, then went back but failed to give us a break of structure. Right here we wanted to see a break of structure as it continues to the daily. What did we see? We saw a pullback according to daily. That was yesterday. The whole of yesterday we were selling. So that's what we saw. So currently I can delete all this now. Delete, no need for them. And if I go to H4, of course, clearly according to CCI, you can see that we reached the retracement level according to CCI, but we've been in the buy trend. Why? Because of that change of character that we saw right about there. Yeah, so go to H4. First delete that. If we go to H4, clearly we are selling. Yeah, we are selling according to H4, but I'm going to anticipate something a bit then it comes straight to the cells all the way to touch there. Remember, according to daily, we had this small structure which we wanted to for it to come and give us cells, but according to what we saw after seeing a change of character, we may never see this come through. So I want to first delete that trend line, and now I draw this one right here. I draw this very arrow. This will be showing us a different perspective that will be taking us right about there, where we have that kind of trend line above there. That's where price will be getting back to. So having seen this, I am now convinced that we are about to sell this asset. So I want to see what is happening. Okay, there is a fair value gap right there. There is an order block. Is it coming to that order block? I doubt it is. Actually, yes, it may go there, but it may also come around that fair value gap to reach at least 50% of that fair value gap. So where is 50% of that fair value gap? Let's try to determine that. So here I can easily put my sell limit right there, and also on the order block, right where the order block is, I put another limit order, and that's how I'm going to be entering this asset today. So we'll be entering that asset like that, and I'll be expecting it to come to sales, according to H4, because we're still selling before it can break out to continue with the buy, just like we need it on daily time frame. So if anything else, the higher time frame, which is daily currently, is telling us we're supposed to be looking for sales, for buys. But remember, we are on the retracement level of CCI, meaning we are still going to see some sales until it fully grabs this liquidity right about there. It hasn't reached at least 50% of this fair value gap, so we are anticipating a pullback to come all the way to at least 50% of that fair value gap, and then we could now anticipate the breakout from that falling wedge, or call it a flag, whichever you want to call it, because it's gonna be short. It's gonna be a short-lived kind of consolidation. So that's what I'll be waiting for. Just that. All right, I think that's it for me. Now I'm waiting for that. If I go to M15, clearly the buy is still on. So according to M15, we actually see that price may even go all the way up there. So I may now drag this around that order block, around there. I may first delete this, because according to the momentum I'm seeing, unless we see some consolidation right here, but it will quickly reach this level that I had put. So for now, I will just delete it. And I can use this fair value gap right here according to M15. Yeah, is that fair value gap. So that's what I may use now because of what I've just seen right about there. Yeah, so reach there and then come straight down. Yeah, that's what we'll be looking at for now. Let me now delete it. Delete that. All I need is pull back right there, or to the other order block, and then come straight to sales. I showed you on H1, so that's what I'm looking at right about there. That's what I'm looking at right about there. If it does that, the only issue I'm seeing right here is that wow, it may not reach all the way up there where I'm expecting it to reach. Let me add my thing right here. Let me just leave it there where I had it already, so I'll be okay with the stop loss that will be above here. Yeah, so I'll be okay. So I'm going to leave it there. Reason being, we were selling. This is the reason here. This is a change of character right there. That is a change of character, but after that change of character we haven't seen any break of structures yet at all. So price had to come to that level that will grab that liquidity, which is on that fair value gap or on that order block. But according to the change of character that we saw there, we must anticipate that price will not even go all the way up there. This is enough liquidity to grab on that fair value gap, on this fair value gap. On this fair value gap right about here. So that's what I'm looking at. So that is why I want to grab my liquidity. If it decides to come around there, then I will also activate that one there as it tries to touch that order block. So I'm going ahead with my initial analysis on H1, and that's how I'm gonna enter this asset to sell it right down below. So we haven't gotten any break of structure yet. We had a change of character. So if the momentum on H4 should be taking us to sales. That is what we are looking at according to H4. So just grab liquidity there, then come in straight to sales. That is what we are looking for. So that's why I've decided to put my limit order around that level. In fact, let me put it a bit here. Sometimes it fails to activate it, so let me just put it right about there and I'll leave it. So that is crash 500. Let's delete all this and leave it up there. I've talked a lot on crash 500. Let me check. Good morning, Patrick. Good morning, Luis. Good morning, Faith. Hope you guys are having a good time. So you can invite other people if you like to. All right. So now let's head over to Boom 1000. Let's head over to Boom 1000. So Boom 1000, start from weekly. We are still in a buy trend according to, wait a minute, how did it all of a sudden change to overbought? We were still having momentum to sell it, but the way it chose to give us that, does that mean that we no longer have momentum to break out this high? Okay, that's weird. I'm not buying that until I see price action. Right. Okay, we're about to see a breakout. So this what it means is that if price has, of course we've been waiting for when the sales will come in. This was a rising wedge, so we had to anticipate, of course, the sales. This is a rising wedge, so we needed to see a reversal of this reversal here. So that's why it is not surprising showing us that it is now oversold. Just a minute. All right, I hope you guys, the background sound is not affecting you. All right, so that tells us that we should now be looking for sales. According to daily, we are somehow having what you can say it's double top, not that kind of, the tops are not on the same level, but clearly if you go to H4 you will see that this liquidity was grabbed right about there. I don't know which kind of liquidity was that, but I saw I had that level right there. First delete this and go to H1. No, it was an order block, but that order block wasn't what, so I can use that for that fair value gap to give me that liquidity. Yes, that was it. This was it there on H1. So that liquidity, just like I had put there, this was my analysis when this is Sunday, Saturday, Friday. This was my analysis on Friday. This is what I needed. I needed price to touch there, and then we come in with the sales. It did not touch after giving us a change of character right there. It did not retest to grab that liquidity. But what we saw there is we rather saw the momentum of sales coming straight out. I entered here. It kept on taking me out. I remember I even gave you, was this? No, not this one. I think I gave it to you at one time as a signal for those on VIP. It took us out because I normally love tight stop losses. Let me see. Yeah, right here. This was a sell. This was a and you can see I think I entered 2 times, then it took me out right about there. This was a liquidity grab. This was liquidity grab below this level, because they know that almost a lot of people are looking for entering buys here. So, and just like how they know that we normally look for tight stop losses, so they took my tight stop loss just where I had put it. Look, you can see there, and immediately went into the buys. So that's, you guys have to note that out. You will learn from such, so that you know the next time you need to look at probably what, let's see, if this is an order block, this kind of level, I don't know how I can measure it. I don't have here a ruler. I have it on trading view under the leave X. I can use that, but here stop loss just like this. So there is no way I can measure it, but that's what I can tell you to do right here like that. So you put your stop loss just there. Yeah, so that would be, at least you'll be safe not to be taken out by the liquidity grab of the smart money guys. All right, those who don't know smart money concept, that's it's another kind of lesson I normally teach in my mentorship classes. So yeah, if you want to know more, you can register for April classes. Registration, I think I can even open them now because we are in the 3rd week of March. All right, so that is what I can clearly tell you to do. So now that we know that, let's now get into this. You can now take home that kind of knowledge to know where you will be putting your stop loss. But I have to also add, only do that when you know that at least it is still within your risk tolerance. If you've never heard about risk tolerance and you don't know what it means, please check yourself, because if you don't know risk tolerance, then what are you doing in trading? You're gambling. Sorry to say, but you're gambling. So you need to know your risk tolerance, what you can afford to risk on each trade. All right, enough of that. Those who want to know more, please register for April classes. Now that we see that what we needed came around like that, of course I was also waiting for this, but I don't know, I missed it. By the time it came through, I was in another class right here this time when it came to this level. This was on what? This is Saturday I don't trade, so it came there. So those who followed, who normally go back and check the analysis, you should have entered this trade because it came to our point of interest to sell it right there. And now after doing that, coming back again to this liquidity level, those who I normally teach in mentorship classes, you should be picking some of these movements, the concepts that are happening. Then it went all the way to grab liquidity where to that fair value gap, just like we did it right here. So now nothing else is missing. We can now come again, and this time we will see enough liquidity to break this support level. Now you will see enough liquidity to break that support level. So how are we going to enter today? So let's get into that. We have a change of character here on M15, a pullback to grab liquidity. We have a break of structure right about there, a pullback to that order block. We have a break of structure, a perfect break of structure again, pullback there to that fair value gap. This is M15. I'm doing analysis on M15, and now the sale is on, but I'm hesitant to enter it because it's near the retracement level of CCI. So I'm hesitant to enter it. I'm a bit hesitant. Why? There's this reaction right about there that is happening. So it's somehow holding it up. It's a weak support level. One can say it's a weak support level. But let's go to H1, look at that, and see, is there a way that it is going to do a pullback? It's a bit tricky. I don't want to enter blindly when I'm missing some key points, so I would rather leave this asset. The momentum it started with, it's not what it has right now, so what I can say is just to wait for the breakout right here. Yeah, just wait for the breakout and the retest. So that's what I could actually wait. We would have entered when on a sniper entry after touching there and retesting there. This was supposed to be our entry right about there, touching that level that we wanted and retesting. That would have been our entry. Those who know how we traded, but we missed that entry. So now there's no better entry than to wait for something like that. So I wouldn't, because it is tricky where it is. If it does another retracement, a back bit, then I can enter it, because I know we are going to sell it. Now according to H1 we are selling, according to H4 we are selling, according to daily we are going to sell, and according to weekly we are going to sell. So nothing is going to hold us back. So we have to just wait for a perfect right moment to make that very entry. You can even choose to make it a swing trade and hold it for some good days. All right, that is boom 1000 for us there. Let's head over to boom 500. Let's head over to Boom 500. Let's look at it. Boom 500. Okay, so what happened here? Okay, I remember that I shared some trade. All right, we've reached a retracement level on CCI according to weekly. That's why you're seeing that kind of buy trend right there. Yesterday and today, it's been buy. We are in a buy trade. So let me first clear up all these. Let me first clear up all these for now so that we can see clearly. That move is coming around, but I'm gonna draw it again later. Delete. So delete that for now. Delete that for now. Delete that for now. Let's look at what is happening weekly. So that is a move. A new week has started. So that's what we are seeing currently. Pullback. Why? Because of that retracement level according to CCI. And another reason one would say because of that order block. Weekly order block right about there. Did it touch it? No. That is weird. It did not touch it. Then that means there's a daily order block. Let's go to daily. Do this. What is happening around that level? Oh, it's a fair value gap. There's a fair value gap. Then there's an H4 order block. No, there's an H4 order block, I think. Go to H4. Drag this a bit here. We see it's not still what I need, so I can remove that. Do this. Alright, prices around there. So there's that order block. There's this order block H4. There's also that order block H4. So it has reacted to this. It has reacted to that. It is a valid order block right there. That is a valid order block. So we can remove this. This is not so much a valid order block, but this is a valid order block. And that's where we see where price has reacted to. If I can drag this all the way there, I don't know how to lock it, but you would be able to see that price actually reacted there. So you would be able to see that price actually reacted there. If you can easily see that. Let's see. Yeah, that's clearly what you'll be able to see, that price reacted there and grabbed some liquidity. So what can we anticipate right here after knowing that? According to daily, we had a break of structure right there, and then we started to retest. Where is the liquidity that is left back according to daily? Let's look for that liquidity. There is that fair value gap there, but it was tested. Let's see. Was it tested? Yeah, it was tested right about there. Tested, but not that much. So if it is a fair value gap, we need to see at least 50% of it. So we may see price react back there and then come again into sales. So if we can anticipate that on daily, first go back to weekly. Which other fair value gap, which point of interest do we have according to weekly? None. We don't see any fair value gap. There are no valid order blocks, so it's all a mess. It's all a mess according to weekly. So that leaves us to actually look at daily. If we go to daily, we have that, and clearly I think that's it. We have that, which is not that much. We have this. So I can delete that right there. We have that fair value gap right there was tested. It may still come around and test it again, so just delete this, that. So I have that. This is the most recent, which is likely to be actually our point of interest. So now heading to H4, clearly I see that price is likely to react from that level, and that is where now my focus is going to be. Pull back there and then come in with a strong sell to actually give me another break of structure. So according to daily, remember we had a lower low right there. We haven't gotten something to tell us that we are changing trend, like a change of character. So that means we are still in a sell trend, so you don't have to go full margin. And some guys will have full margin. Full margin is you putting in trades that you no longer have any allowance to add in any more trade. That is you going full margin. Please don't do that. We are still in a downtrend. The buy trend is not confirmed according to daily, but it may be confirmed according to H4. Even though we don't see a change of character, but we're seeing a break of structure right about there. That is now a high and a lower, higher low right there. So price, and that's where we see price do that. So this would be the change of character right about there, and clearly we see that coming in through. So now clearly we're looking at price going ahead to give us a new higher high according to H4. So go to H4, H1. H1, you have a change of character right there. You have another one right there. It's like clearly it is in a buy trend, but where we've reached, we see low momentum, and why we see that is we are overbought right there. It is leaving it to us straight on. But remember, we are still looking for buys, so this may be just a pullback to where? Alright, we have an order block right here, perfect order block right about there. Yeah, we have it right there. So probably we may see a pullback right there and then continue to where we need it to go. So seeing that, go to M15. Now we'll be able to look at something like that. So all we need is price to come around. All right, sorry about that. Right now, I can see that. So what is remaining now, this can become a reversal, or it can actually continue. So I can see that I can wow, this is a bit crazy, but what we are going to see clearly is going to be a breakout to come around, grab this liquidity. Like I've told you in H1, we are looking at price coming around here. Please don't mind about these allos. This is according to H4. This is according to H4. The other one is according to H1. So I'm going to delete one of those clearly. I can actually delete this already. I have that. So now going to M15, we are going to see some sells. Now normally I would love to enter right here according to M15, but I want to take my time this time. I just don't want to enter like that, because what normally happens is price can a bit push back again to look for the pool, liquidity pool above there. So for now, this is a no-go for me. We will come back to it before we finish. Time is rushing. We have just worked on 3 assets. Let me go to Volatility 25S. Vol 25S. Vol 25S. Vol 25S. What has happened? First, delete all this. How did I forget to delete all these? We've been following this up, those who know, and we've been making money on it. Those who normally trade these kinds of assets. So let's first go to daily. Let's look at daily. Weekly. We finished retracing. Now we are coming strong with sales. We finished retracing. We are coming with strong with sales. Those who remember, I told you that we'll be waiting for that kind of move. Then we can sell it. Let me see. Did I actually sell it? Yeah, I sold it. I missed the entry there, but I sold it. Took me out on SLs there, on SL into profits. And then when it reached here, it reacted to go back again, test the level once again. So now we are selling, but we are not yet according to H4. We are not yet ready to actually make that sell. So delete that, delete that, delete that. According to H4, we are not ready. That is only according to CCI. According to daily, we may be ready. So that gives me what to think about. According to H4, the reason why they are saying we are not ready, according to CCI, is that this looks to be a break of structure right there. That's the reason, the only reason. But remember, we were looking for a retest according to daily, so we can come strong with enough momentum to actually break this support level. So what are we now going to do? Let's go to H4, try to understand why okay, I see a fair value gap right here. See a fair value gap. So price may first come to grab that liquidity. Price may first come to grab that liquidity right about there, according to H4. According to H4, price may first come again right there and grab it and then continue to sell. But before that, right now what I see is for me to wait for my perfect entry. So let's go. According to H1, we are still selling. We have a change of character, we have a break of structure, so it's gonna make a pullback and then continue selling, probably all the way to this level. And clearly you can match it with the one on the left right there. So if you match it on the left, you'll be able to see that that is a support area. So according to how we normally know how this works, this is where the break of structure is. So we'll be looking for price to react back there and then come with a sell. So if that's the case, then I can go to M15. Look at M15 is almost oversold, so we wait for M15 to give us this short buy. That is if you want to enter it. I can delete this now, I don't need it. So go to H4. Do we need that? Not really. We also don't need this, so we can delete all that. So going back to M15, I need to see a confirmation for this pullback. Can I enter this pullback, or I wait for it to reach there and then sell it all the way here? I think it's better to sell it all the way here. But according to M15, if this is the case and it touches the overbought, then we may have this pullback that we were looking for all the way there. So let's wait and see how this is gonna work out. But for now, it's a no-go. Please don't make that mistake and make an entry. V75 time is rushing. It's against me. All right, weekly, daily, yeah. All right, that one has been broken out, and we need to all right, it has confirmed that. So now the buy is on. Remember, we need it to reach there. So now the buy is on. We may not follow what CCI is showing us, but according to H4, the buy is clearly on. What are we going to wait for? Let's go to H4. First, delete all this right here, right there, right there. Right. I think that's it. This can also be taken out. This support was broken out, so I don't need it. This has served its purpose. I can delete it. This okay, delete it. No need for it. Just have this one right about there. So what do we have here? This was a break of structure right here, but we all know that we had that structure, so it had to respect the structure so that it can later on give us better entries for the continuation of the buy. So according to H1, we kind of see something like that. We need to see a change of character to confirm our buys. So until then, we have no entry. Same thing as M15. So now we wait. That's non-negotiable. We have to wait, whether we want or not. We have to wait. That's something that we are going to look at right there. So that is V75. Let's now head over to jump 50, jump 50. Right, so jump 50. All right. Okay. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Structure that we have here. We should be looking for buys now that we've seen that kind of thing. This is a V kind of move. So this was like a pullback there. Now going to daily, same thing that we see actually. It's coming all the way to that order block, even though that order block is not a valid one, but it's coming back to it. So let's go to first delete these that are no longer needed, which has broken out of that level. Delete all this for now. We will have to add them later on. Delete all the selected. Alright, so having deleted that, I have my support right here. So go to H4. Before you go to H4, yeah, we have that. So go to H4. Let's look at what we have here. There is a fair value gap and an order block. There is a fair value gap, our order block right there, but then below that there is a fair value gap, which is just around there. So is it coming to that fair value gap or to the order block? We wait and see. We will zoom it a bit. This is a fair value gap right there. That is an order block that we are going to be waiting for and see if price will actually react to it. So fair value gap, order block. This has never been mitigated before, this fair value gap. So that's why price is trying to get back to it. All right, having said that, we now move to I'm not going to waste time here. I want to see, it still has a lot of work to do right there. H1, same thing that we are seeing there. M15, same thing, I believe. Okay, it didn't touch oversold, but went all the way back into the buy. So I'm not going to waste time on this until I see price react to either of the levels. So just leave it on each one. Let's now go to V25S. V25S. No, jump 25S. Sorry, jump 25S. What is wrong with me now? Weekly. Let's start from weekly. What is happening according to weekly? All right, we have our order block. We have a breakout structure right there. Breakout structure right there. But then, according to weekly, we reached overbought and reacted, tested that level. So go to daily. Let's look at that. Daily, we had a break. We had a change of character. We went back to test that order block, which was a perfect order block, and now we are in for sales. Weird thing is CCI is showing us different stuff, meaning that we follow price action. Change of character, retest right there to the order block, and then come in straight to the sales. Alright, so H4 is not ready to give us sales. Why? We have a breakout structure right there. So for now, we wait. Delete even this one right here, that fair value gap. That order block was touched. So it will only and only be H4 is not ready to give us a go ahead. It needs a bit more of other. It needs probably to first get to these levels right here. There's a fair value gap there. There is one right here. So it may come around these levels. right about there. So for now, I would rather leave this asset alone for now. Yes, I'm seeing what I'm looking for, but it's not ready for me to sell it according to H4. So I don't want to be caught off guard. So H1 clearly is showing me that. It's showing me that this was a channel for the past 2 days in weekend. I don't know if you guys saw that, to trade it, and clearly this was the move right there. In fact, the first TP was that, second TP was this. So it went to the second TP. Did it go to the third TP? Let's see if it hit the third TP. Not really, it hasn't. So it's going all the way up. Then we have the fourth TP, which is all this right here, right there. So it will be that. And if we go to H4, it will be taking us right about there. So we still not ready to sell this asset. We are still in a buy. We need price to get to those levels and then come with sales. That's what we'll be looking at for now. Not ready to make that entry, so delete this for now. Go to H1, M15. So on all these, none is giving me an entry to actually enter buys. So just have that OB on M15 and see if it will make a pullback onto it, so that you can make your buy entry to take all the way up. So have it right about there. Yeah, I think that's it for me on this asset. Let's now head over to boom, jump 10. So jump 10, what is happening? Weekly. Okay, we reacted from that level there, which is like a flag according to weekly. Call it a channel if you want to. So we know that we will be able to see continuation of the previous trend according to this time frame after we see a breakout. So now it's gonna retest. We're going to retest. We are waiting for price at least to get there so that we can enter sales. So what do we have here now? First delete this. We needed price to react here and then enter buys, and it did that. So what is holding us not to enter? Let's see. It did that according to H4, actually several times, failing to break that fair value gap. So means it's now a support level. So what is holding us? Let's go to M. According to H1, we have a change of character right there. It's a good thing. So what is holding us? The question still stands. CCI is showing us something different right here. It needs to cover up this gap between it where it is and the oversold. But is it a must for it to do that? No. So let's go to M15. M15, we have a change of character, and same as actually H1. So all we want is price to make that retest back to where? Now these assets, they are funny. They can bring it back to that fair value gap, or even down to that order block. So that's why I say we hold on until we have an entry for a buy. But now I can clearly wait for that entry on M15 or H1. Either time frame will work. I'm now going to follow what I was waiting for according to H4, because I'm trading that kind of move. This and that, I enter my buys. I should have actually put, I wish I had put my limit orders there. I should be in money now, right there. It came all the way to 50%, right about there, so I would have entered right there, and that is exactly 50%. Like I've always told you, that is a trick. You guys should pay for it. Those who never attended my classes, you should pay for that. All right, anyways, joking, let's now move on to the recap. I think that's it. I need a pullback right about there is a fair value gap, but price, like I've told you, is a bit funny. In fact, let me not do anything stupid. Let me actually go to M5. So M5, I see where price made some more pullbacks around that area. So this consolidation was taking place, so it can come around that level. So one may say this level and that level. So later you enter your buys. So that's what I may look at. So I'm gonna leave this at M5. But it's likely to come all the way to this order block, because that's where the momentum of this kind of buy that broke out and gave us a change of character started from. So that's what I'll be actually aiming at. This is what jumped in. I can easily put my limit order right about there. Yeah. All right, that is today's session. Let's do the recap, and we call it a day. We go and look at how to make this money today. So let's do this. By the way, I got some concerned people who missed the chance to join the VIP over the weekend, and they requested me to allow those who missed to join the VIP to join for these 2 weeks that are remaining at a half price. So I said it's okay, it's fine. So those who missed the chance to join the VIP signal group platform, you can register, you can subscribe for these remaining 2 weeks that we've started today, and also be part of the team. So this crash 500, we are waiting for that. We're waiting for that pullback, and then we come in with a sell. It came back to that level, but I'm not convinced where it reacted from. So that's why I didn't enter it. So for now, I don't know if it is going to do that again, or gonna hold from there and then continue with a sell. So for now, I can't enter such. That is crash 500, boom 1,000, a pullback there. It's happening. That pullback, we want to enter from there. That pullback there. Then we come in with a sell. So we will be waiting for that. Boom 500. You clearly see what I was worrying about. So it went all the way up there. So for now, I can't enter. It went, if it was a liquidity grab, then it is done. But still, we have no perfect entry because we haven't confirmed if sales have started, because this alone is a break of structure according to M5 and even M15. So it's tricky to enter. So you wait for a confirmation. Crash 500. Volatility 25S. Volatility 25S. We want a pullback there, then we enter like that. That is a plan for today's moves. So pullback then like that. So you can enter here to take it there, or wait for a sell when it goes back to test such a liquidity level like that. That is a fair value gap right there. Yeah, so until then, please no making a mistake right there. So V75, clearly we are waiting for this to come around, so you can see it is still holding up. Until then, no entry. Jump 25, jump 50, clearly you see what is happening. I need price to get to that level, nothing yet, so no entries, don't risk anything. Jump 25, also we needed to touch at least this level. That is a point of interest. Yes, it is within, it came to that fair value gap, but still not convinced yet, so that's why I'm not risking anything right there. So for now it's a no-go, because I see clearly that it has quickly, so once it comes around that level, then we'll have our entries, but not this level. This one, according to what I see, it may not be a right decision to make your entry right here, but this may be the right one according to what I see on M5. So for now, that is how we are standing. Like how you've already seen, you guys have told you this, that Mondays and probably sometimes Tuesdays, they are always a bit slow. Markets are not moving. I don't know what happens. I'm yet to find out. I don't know if these assets are attached to forex assets, forex pairs and what have you, but just like how Mondays and Tuesdays are always a bit slow in forex market, same thing I'm realizing here in synthetic indices. So we are about to understand that Deliv can never disclose that to us, whether it's connected to the market of forex or to anything. But yeah, Mondays are always slow. Now for this is the third week when we are seeing this, third week consecutively when we are seeing market being this slow. Yeah, all right. One thing that I've come to light on Boom 1000, that is a channel right about there. That is a channel. Price is within the channel right there. Yeah, it's trading within the channel right there. So if you can take advantage of it, lucky you, but please don't make a mistake. All right, that is it. I think I can now call it a day. So don't stay on to the charts for so long. You may start to force some trades. Just wait for, you can always do this. Always after making an analysis, you can always make sure you come around probably after an hour or after 4 hours if you're following H4, and you wait and see what is happening. Not staying in charts and distracting yourself from even the other work that you're doing, and you keep that, oh, maybe the move has left me. No, market is there to live. We will always get moves to make money, so don't distract yourself. Being a Monday, the market is slow, so until we have a good thing coming around, please don't make a mistake. Don't make a mistake. So looking at this is trying to come around. Looking at this, it's trying to come around. That is a double top, a double bottom right there. That is a double bottom right there on M15. I can easily enter this. I can easily enter this on M5, but M15 hasn't clearly touched oversold, so I cannot now. So having seen what I'm seeing on M15, I cannot. Oh, actually I can. This is a pullback to later come again here. That's when it is going to be oversold according to M15, I think. So why am I risking to just have this small trade? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So yeah, either way you're seeing that's what most of the things I normally look for when I'm trading. So I leave that alone. Let's now call it a day. Let me say thank you to those that joined. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Lois. Thank you, Faith. Thank you, Robina, for joining. And of course, thank you for the rest of you guys who haven't commented so that I can know who you are. But thank you for joining for today's session. Like Mondays, how they be. They are a bit slow, so we hope that what we've analyzed, they will come around so that we can grab some signals and make some money today. So hopefully by the end of today we may have some money to grab from the market. Until then,